You crashed into a luxury car you couldn't repay in 8 lifetimes. And its owner was your company's icy female CEO. But what you didn't know was, she was the online friend who pestered you every day, always begging you to play games with her. As you sat there in a daze, staring at the luxury car you had damaged, wondering how many lifetimes of food deliveries it would take to pay for it, a stunningly beautiful girl stepped out of the car. She had large, watery eyes, with a hint of concern in her gaze. You looked at her, and she looked at you. Neither of you said a word. Wow. Rich people really were something. She sure knew how to keep her cool. Resigned to your fate, you forced a smile, and spoke first. Don't worry. I'll compensate you. Her eyes beneath her thick lashes were clear and bright. They blinked at you, but she still said nothing. Miss, how much do I need to pay? I probably can't afford it right now, but we can sign an installment agreement. I'll pay it off as soon as I can. The girl quietly listened to you, a faint blush coloring her cheeks. Her lips moved, then closed again. Then she gently shook her head. After that, she stepped closer to you. Her beautiful eyes examined you from head to toe, finally settling on your scraped arm. You froze. Then you quickly understood what she meant. You hurriedly moved your arm and lifted your leg. I'm fine. I'm fine. Only then did the girl sigh in relief. Her pale chin dipped lightly. Without another word, she turned to get back into the car. Hey, beautiful. You're leaving already? You really don't want compensation. The girl shook her head at you again. She didn't linger and got straight into the car. The engine roared to life. You watched blankly as the car drove away. Then you noticed a sticker on the rear windshield. In small print, it read, "Rear-end my daughter, and you must marry her. Ignore this at your own risk." For a moment, you couldn't process it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I dared to hit her car, but would I really dare marry her? When you got home, you sat in your chair, thinking back on the surreal events of the day. A chat notification pulled you back to reality. A cute profile picture kept flashing. It belonged to the online friend you talked to for years, but had never met in person. Man, you've changed. You must have another woman on the side. You don't even play games with me anymore. HMPH. You rolled your eyes. Games, games, games. That's all you think about all day. I just graduated. I'm busy looking for work. Damn it, you're calling me a reckless spender again. Don't make things up. I'm only telling the truth. You're so cold. It's like you never loved me. Tell me, am I wrong? I seriously suspect I messed up my college entrance exam because you little spendthrift, kept dragging me into games during my final year of high school. You had wondered before whether, on the other side of the internet, there was a 220-pound slob picking at his toes. But she had never scammed you for money, nor played with your feelings. When she first learned your birthday, she even gave you a full set of game skins. You scolded her right away, mostly because it pained you to see her spend so much. You figured sending you 200 yuan directly would have been more practical than buying skins. Ever since that birthday, you called her a little spendthrift, and by your rough estimate, the money this little spendthrift had put into games over the years had to be at least 7 figures. That was why, when she asked to meet in person, you brushed her off. You two weren't even in the same world. The gap between you was simply too wide. You big meanie, you're still calling me names. Keep it up, and I'll have someone trace your internet protocol address, then beat you up. Wow, look at you acting tough. I'm so scared. Come beat me up then. So, you'll let me come find you? When did I agree to that? How about we never meet ever? I've still got to find a job. We'll talk later. Ningbing clutched her phone, staring at the screen for nearly half an hour. Then she sent another message. Have you found a job yet? Come play games with me. You were speechless. Princess, you really have no idea how hard life is. Do you have some misunderstanding about my qualifications? And do you think finding a job is as easy as buying groceries? I've got interviews to deal with, and once I'm hired, I'll need to settle into the role. I won't have time to play with you these next few days. Ningbing was deeply disappointed. Then I'll be so bored by myself. Wait until my life settles down. Once it does, I can play games with you again. Okay. So, when will your life settle down? At the very least, I need to buy a home first. Somewhere to call my own. Ningbing thought for a moment. Just one house? How about tomorrow, then? You fell silent for a moment. Are you silly? What job lets me buy a house in one day? You never know. For example, what if a landlord happened to sell you a house for 100 yuan? Then you'd have one, wouldn't you? You were speechless again. HMPH, you really can come up with ideas. Ningbing's eyes sparkled. Her. Right. Not at all. I could never relate to that. Go play by yourself. Alright, enough for now. I have an online interview soon. Meanwhile, Ningbing sat on the sofa again, blankly staring at her phone. An anxious voice suddenly came from the doorway. Sweetheart, are you okay? A worried middle-aged man hurried over. Honestly, child, why did you go driving alone? Look at the state of the front end. What if something had happened to you? How could your father go on living? Don't ever do that again, understand? Ningbing nodded. Then she lay back on the sofa, looking bored. After thinking for a moment, she suddenly opened the Notes app on her phone, typed out a message, and showed it to the middle-aged man. I've spent a whole lot of money on games. Do you think I'm wasteful? The middle-aged man froze. He immediately shook his head. Of course not. Actually, many of the games you play are investments of ours. Those companies pay our family dividends every year. Say, you spend 10,000 yuan in a game. 5,000 yuan of it is our own money. Sweetheart, the more you spend from now on, the bigger the discount, and the more you save. How could that be wasteful? You're practically helping Dad make a fortune. Ningbing pursed her lips. Silently, she typed another line in her notes. Woking coughed awkwardly twice and edged closer to his daughter. Ningbing had lost her mother long ago, and with her condition, old Bai's heart ached terribly for her. But as her father, he's still worried. Ningbing wasn't getting any younger. She was already 27 this year. Other than going to work, she stayed home playing games. He'd heard that while at work, she never even left her office. She was famously aloof around the company. She never joined any social activities. Every day, old Bai only hoped his daughter would make some new friends. The next day, you got up early. You carefully fixed yourself up in the mirror. It was only natural to be nervous for your first interview, especially since you were interviewing at the renowned Xuwen group. The graduates applying were fiercely competitive. They lined up outside the small conference room. You grabbed your phone and mindlessly scrolled. 20 minutes earlier, your goofy online friend had already sent an animated sticker. Play with me. Miss, I'm busy with an interview. Besides, didn't I tell you last time that you need to get out more? There's more to life than chatting and gaming with me. Ningbing was sitting in her office. The moment she heard her special alert notification, she quickly set down her documents. I listened to you. Last time, I went out driving by myself. That's good. Keep it up today. I can't. I'm at work today. Work is even better. Leave your office. Chat with your co-workers. Make some female friends. And maybe get afternoon tea together on weekends. Wouldn't that be nice? Ningbing blinked. Alright, I'll listen to you. You sighed and chuckled softly. As your best online friend, I hope you can socialize more too, to brighten up your real life. Okay. He said I am his best friend. Ningbing was delighted. Once she finished the work at hand, she got to her feet. Under her secretary's baffled gaze, she walked out of her office. 16th floor, 15th floor, 14th floor. You told her to step out and look around, and she really listened. She went through the building, floor by floor. Meanwhile, you had passed your interview. While waiting in the hallway to complete your onboarding, you suddenly heard a small stir around you, along with the sharp click of approaching heels. A poised, mature figure passed right by you. How could it be her? Wasn't she the young rich woman whose car I hit last time? Yet she never made me pay for it? Hearing the staff call her President Bai, you felt your world collapse. Damn. President Bai. Could she be my future boss? She isn't going to come after me for damages later, is she? But you were clearly overthinking it. Ningbing stopped. She coolly swept her gaze around. When her eyes passed over you, they didn't pause. Thank goodness. It seemed she hadn't recognized you at all. You immediately breathed a sigh of relief. Your gaze involuntarily fell upon that kind rich woman's pretty face and figure. That face, that body. You could look at her forever and never get tired of it. But she carried that unapproachable air the entire time. Just as expected. Female executives at her level were always so aloof. Ms. Zheng, who handled your onboarding, was easygoing. As she processed the paperwork, she patiently explained things new hires should know. She also introduced President Bai, whom you had just encountered. She was the current head of the Xuwen group. As for why she was called Young President Bai, it was because the owner of the renowned Tengfei Holdings, Senior President Bai, was her father. Holy crap, Then she isn't just the big boss of Xuwen. She'll be the future big boss of the entire Tengfei group. Ms. Zhang sighed. At Xuwen. And even across the entire Tengfei group. This isn't a secret. Young President Bai actually has a speech impairment. She can't speak. Standing nearby and enjoying the gossip, you blinked in surprise. Somewhat stunned. No wonder she stayed so calm when I hit the front of her car last time. She didn't say a word. So that was why. Looks like she's had it rough too. But what right does a loser like me have to pity a CEO like her? I'm pathetic. Today was your first day at work. You got up especially early. Only when you reached the building did you realize you were over an hour early. So you went to the pancake stand outside and ordered a double-egg pancake. Meanwhile, Ningbing crawled out of bed, still bleary-eyed. The instant she woke up, she began relentlessly sending you messages. I'm awake. I'm awake. Sigh. I'm so jealous of you. I'm already downstairs at the office. I'm going to grab a pancake to fill my stomach first. Ningbing absent-mindedly fiddled with her messy hair. How can your new company be this heartless? They make you start work after 7 in the morning. That's outrageous. Holding your freshly made pancake in one hand, you replied with the other. Haven't you heard the saying? Capitalists are bloodsuckers. They have no humanity. None at all. Ningbing immediately agreed. Exactly. No humanity. None at all. She had completely forgotten she was the silly daughter of a capitalist herself. After getting up and washing up, she didn't ask the family chef to make breakfast. Instead, she hurried straight to the office. Once downstairs, she made a beeline for the pancake stand. Well. By the time she arrived, it was the morning rush. The junior employees lined up at the pancake stand were startled. Several Xuwen group work chats blew up. Well, would you look at that? Young President Bai is so down to earth. She's buying her own pancake. My God, young President Bai actually eats breakfast herself. Please, look at how clueless you are. The other day, I even saw her use the restroom herself. Aren't young President Bai's delicate hands meant to steer the world and shape grand ambitions? And yet she's so down to earth, watching from the front row, looking at all those suck-ups in the chat. You thought the boss eating a pancake was enough to send them into a frenzy. Sigh. I had a pancake this morning too. Why does nobody care? Someone did care, though. Ningbing returned to her office. After taking a happy bite, she smacked her lips happily and sent you a message. This pancake is so good. I'm so happy. So happy. Led by a senior editor. You finally found your desk. Then you began your first assignment, reviewing submissions. After only one morning, you realized this job wasn't easy. Every day, there were hundreds, even thousands of submissions in the system. The workload was enormous. After reading all morning, your head felt ready to explode. You decided to go to the restroom and free up some memory. Just after washing your hands, the phone in your pocket chimed. So bored, so bored. I'm so bored, so bored. Play with me, didn't you go out for a walk today? I'm walking around right now, but I'm still so bored. Didn't I tell you to talk to your co-workers more? Chat with them during breaks, and trade some gossip. You need to make an effort to fit into the office, but I don't know how. You dummy. I don't even know how to start a conversation. So, you're timid in real life, but bold as anything online. Alright, I'll teach you a method. The first co-worker you see out there, give them that same confidence you have online. Walk right up and say hello. Alright, I'll try. You wash your hands, quickly fixed your bangs, then pushed open the restroom door and stepped out. And there, near the doorway, a pair of beautiful eyes stared blankly at you. Oh no, young President Bai. You stiffened slightly. You blinked. So, did she? Her red lips twitched slightly, and she blinked. Your nerves tightened. Could she have remembered me? The delivery guy who wrecked her car. Damn it, didn't Sister Zheng from Human Resources say yesterday that it was hard to run into the big boss? I've seen her 2 days in a row, and that's supposed to be hard. Ningbing, don't remember me. Please don't remember me. Thankfully, Ningbing only froze for a moment, then she gently shook her head and walked away without looking back. You let out a heavy breath. My little scooter had wrecked a car worth 8 figures. How many kidneys would I have to sell to pay for that? The moment you sat back down at your desk, your phone chimed again. I don't want to go up to other people and say hello. I don't want to make friends with them. I already have you. Reading those words, you felt inexplicably worried. I don't know what you've been through. But give yourself a chance. Give life a chance too. Life isn't just the internet. Bai Ningbing lowered her head, letting her hair fall loose. Several seconds passed before she suddenly asked, "Then let's meet, okay? Once we meet, my life won't be just the internet anymore." Damn, you really are clever. Is that your roundabout way of confessing to me? Am I confessing to you? So, do you want to meet me or not? Sometimes this woman was so dense, it drove you mad. No, we're not meeting. I'm getting off work now. All right. She sensed that you were angry, but couldn't figure out why. After several days on the job, reviewing submissions day and night, along with the fairly decent atmosphere in the office, you gradually settled into the rhythm of the work. When Bai Guoqing heard that his daughter was no longer hiding away in her office, he eagerly came over from headquarters. No matter how busy he was that day, he was determined to accompany his sweet daughter around the entire building. See, Ningbing, isn't it nice to walk around every afternoon? Don't stare at your phone all day. Look at the world outside more. Every word from the doting father was full of concern. As usual, you headed to the restroom to slack off on company time. The moment you stepped out, you ran into young President Bai and Senior President Bai. That's 3 times now. This time, he's finally going to demand compensation, isn't he? The two of you locked eyes again. Bai Ningbing froze, as if gathering all her courage. She raised a hand and expressionlessly gestured hello to you. Then, as though she'd completed a mission, she turned and left. Bai Guoqing's eyes lit up. My daughter's getting better. He smiled at you, then turned to his daughter. Who's this young man? He seems like a fine fellow. Bai Ningbing had no idea who you were. She shook her head without saying a word. Bai Guoqing kept looking back at you as he walked away, then darted back to his office. He looked deep in thought. Back at your desk, you breathed a sigh of relief. Nothing happened. At that moment, you still hadn't realized. The scales of your fate had already begun to tip. After those 3 chance encounters, you became completely certain she hadn't taken the earlier car accident seriously at all. You were the one overthinking it. Finally at ease, you casually picked up your phone and swiped twice, only to see a message from your ditzy online friend. Doggy, don't be mad, okay? What? When was I mad? When have you ever listened to me? I just greeted someone. Really? Well, congratulations. Then, are you still mad at me? You froze, having no idea what you were supposedly angry about. When was I mad? I'll live well. I'll live well, even if you're not in my life. What's with the weird things you've been saying lately? Could it be that you've fallen for me? Bai Guoqing was still chattering away beside his daughter's ear, but Bai Ningbing didn't hear a single word. When she saw your message, she suddenly froze. Her clear yet clueless eyes went comically wide. Do I like him? You shook your head helplessly. Why am I even wasting my breath on you? Bai Ningbing wore a conflicted little frown, staring blankly at her phone. Sweetheart, Ningbing. Old Bai looked at his daughter in confusion. How many times have I told you? Don't use your phone while walking. Bai Ningbing looked up and blinked, then looked back down at her phone. She opened the notepad she used to communicate with her father, and typed, Dad, what does it mean to like someone? Bai Guoqing froze after reading it, then erupted with joy. Sweetheart, now I'm wide awake. Ha ha, my precious daughter has finally figured it out. Ancestors above, the Bai family still has hope. Our family line won't die out after all. A little while later, you received another message from your ditzy friend. I asked my dad. My dad said that when you like someone, in the end you have their baby. But how am I supposed to have your baby online? Holy crap. How much did you drink to get this wasted? We haven't even met in person. Then go lay your great aunt's free-range eggs. But I don't have a great aunt. You went silent for several seconds. Do you think you're funny? Over the following days, your life became increasingly fulfilling. Work kept you insanely busy every day. So, you neglected your ditzy online friend a little. Bai Ningbing had been feeling troubled lately. Late at night, she lay on the sofa, with her lower legs dangling over the side, listlessly scrolling through her phone. In the end, she couldn't resist sending you a message. Will you play a game with me for a while? No, no games. Didn't I tell you before? Once I've earned enough for a home, and settled down in the city, I'll have time to play games with you. Hey, I think that day is coming soon. Bai Ningbing perked up at once. Really, really? Of course it's true, as long as I keep at it. To Bai Ningbing, earning $1 million a year was nothing special, but she could tell you seemed happy. If I work hard for 2 more years, I should have enough for a down payment in Tangdu. Then I'll work a little harder and buy a car. And maybe even take you for a drive. When Bai Ningbing heard that, she hurriedly jumped up from the sofa. She didn't even have time to put on shoes. And ran out of the room barefoot. A moment later, she ran back into the living room holding a basin. Then she aimed her phone at the basin and took a picture. I have a car. You can take me for a drive. Tomorrow, okay? One photo was enough to leave you speechless. She kept all her car keys in her freaking basin. You had been boasting with great enthusiasm, but it was like a bucket of cold water had been thrown in your face. I'm such an idiot. Why was I bragging in front of her? Even her dog wears custom clothes worth hundreds of thousands. You let out a deep sigh, trying to calm yourself down. Why am I even telling you this? Early the next morning, Assistant Lee went to get the car keys as usual, but froze when he opened the drawer. Where the hell are the keys? Just then, Bai Guoqing was listening to his secretary's report. As he came out, "What's wrong, old Lee?" "Chairman Bai," Assistant Lee said, caught between laughter and tears. The car keys are gone." Bai Guoqing was puzzled. "That can't be. After I picked Ningbing up last night, I put them in the drawer by the door." While they were all baffled, bleary-eyed and dazed, Bai Ningbing held the basin in both hands. She silently walked out. Under everyone's stunned gaze, she put the car keys back where they belonged, then sleepily wandered back to her room. Bai Guoqing stared at his daughter's silly retreating figure, completely dumbfounded. He urgently waved. "Quick, hide the car keys. Don't let Ningbing drive out alone again. If anything happens again, she'll scare her father to death." Then he remembered something else. He turned to the secretary beside him. "Also, that young man Ningbing went out of her way to greet yesterday. His name is Fang Yuan, right? Keep an eye on him. Give him more responsibility when the chance comes." A few days later, a promotion notice set the entire office ablaze. Fang Yuan has worked tirelessly and without complaint, with diligence and dedication, achieving outstanding results. In accordance with the group's promotion policy, and by resolution of the management team, he is exceptionally promoted to chief editor of Group 3, effective immediately. He will oversee Group 3's editors and coordinate all departmental operations. What? I freaking got promoted. I've only worked here for a month. How did I get promoted? The editor-in-chief had just called you into the office alone. You thought your secret side job writing novels had been exposed, since the company didn't allow that. But how had you suddenly become a chief editor? You were utterly shocked. Are promotions at big companies really this casual? Your co-workers also believed that someone with your experience couldn't rise this quickly, without some powerful connection. Until they figured out who was backing you, everyone chose to wait and see. They neither froze you out, nor got overly friendly. That was one of the survival rules. In a big company with complicated relationships, all you could do was protest. How would I know who my backer is? No, wait, do I even have someone backing me? Then, at noon that day, the mysterious backer your co-workers had speculated about for a week was finally revealed. From your co-workers' whispers and strange expressions, you guessed that this unfamiliar young woman was no ordinary person. I'm done for. They must have caught me slacking off, spending too long taking a paid dump. I actually got upper management involved. You stood there stiffly, watching the smiling assistant walk toward you. Hello, Mr. Fang. I'm Zheng Wei. President Bai asked me to invite you upstairs for lunch. You'd had a little accident last time. President Bai wants to talk to you. It's only lunch. Oh my god. Fang Yuan's backer is actually President Bai upstairs. Of course, if they looked at you, they'd see your mouth was hanging open even wider. I'm done for. So President Bai recognized me after all. I'm the delivery guy who crashed into President Bai's car. I have a terrible feeling about this. Was this unexpected promotion all part of her scheme? I have to admit, this big boss is pretty considerate. She even promoted me and gave me a raise first, so I can afford the repairs for President Bai's luxury car. You follow the CEO's assistant all the way to President Bai's office. President Bai. Chairman Bai said that crash was how you two came to know each other. You probably have plenty to talk about. His daughter's nearly 30. That old man, Chairman Bai, must really be worried. He's so desperate he'll try anything. Bai Ningbing frowned at that. Clearly, she didn't want to discuss it. She quickly waved it off, then turned her attention back to her phone. The assistant was perceptive and said nothing more. She took you straight to the executive cafeteria. You've got to be kidding me. Damn. Do rich people all toy with others like this? She promoted me for no reason. No matter how high my salary is, I still have to pay it all back to her. Considering what that car is worth, I probably need at least 20 years of wages to cover it. Capitalism at its finest. How ruthless. But looking at it another way, you no longer felt the slightest guilt about slacking off. After all, your salary was going toward her luxury car repairs anyway, which basically meant you weren't getting paid. Why work if you're not getting paid? Meanwhile, your sweetly clueless online friend happily shared a photo of her lunch. Damn it, she's eating really well. Just like that damned capitalist upstairs. She's eating exactly the same thing. When you become a boss someday, will you exploit your employees? Bai Ningbing thought for a moment. No, I'm already a boss. You nodded. Good, very good. Please keep your word. Then someday, I'll award you the title of conscientious capitalist. Bai Ningbing picked up a bite of food. How far away is someday? Recently, between working by day and writing novels at night, you had less and less time to chat with her. So lately, she had cautiously brought up meeting you more and more often. In truth, it was not until you started working and fully left university's ivory tower that you truly understood the gap between you and your online friend. You two weren't even from the same social class. You could still be friends online, but meeting in person would surely mean she had other intentions. Of course, you had your fantasies too. When you had just entered the CEO's office, you had even shyly imagined yourself in a fantasy where a domineering CEO fell for you. You were the foolish male lead who accidentally crashed into the heroine's car. Then the cold, powerful CEO heroine would desperately pursue you. But what happened? It was nothing but a dream. Now, clear-eyed at last, you gave her a very serious reply. We've known each other for quite a while. I know, you might struggle socially in real life. You don't like talking or socializing, but the internet is still just the internet. It's not the same as real life. As for you, your dog wears clothes worth hundreds of thousands of yuan. You fly by private jet. You keep luxury car keys in a basin. And me, after my dad died, our family lost its main provider. I have to stretch every penny as far as it will go. We may live in the same city, but we clearly belong to different worlds. Let's preserve the beauty we imagine in each other. Don't bring up meeting again. Okay. Bai Ningbing looked lost. A lump seemed to rise in her throat. She anxiously put down her chopsticks. Sitting there at a complete loss. You stared at your phone for ages, but no reply came. All you could do was smile bitterly and sighed. Then you put your phone back in your bag. Of course, there had been good news lately too. These past few days, the office had felt as warm as spring. Editor-in-Chief Lin often showed concern for you and mysteriously added you to a group chat. It was filled with company executives and platinum-tier star authors. Basically, it was an elite circle in the online fiction world. After you scanned the code, your phone displayed a notification. Doesn't like thinking join the group chat. Editor-in-Chief Lin had said the group had a great atmosphere. But once you joined, only a few people welcomed the newcomer. Those rumors about you around the company had clearly not reached a circle this exclusive. Just then, someone named Ningbing suddenly tagged your username, Fang Yuan. Welcome. The previously quiet group instantly exploded. President Bai. Wow. What an honor. Hello, Sister Ningbing. Sister Ningbing actually showed up today. This is such an honor. The moment Ningbing appeared, the group's atmosphere went far beyond merely friendly. It was utter madness. A Yuan, you joined too. Here early to pay respects to the legend. Love it. Welcome to the group, a Yuan. He's Dianyue's new chief editor. A warm welcome. To show their goodwill, someone even sent a special red packet bearing the words, Welcome, a Yuan. It contained a full 200 yuan. But right after that, Ningbing made a transfer, throwing more fuel on the fire. Welcome, a yuan. Two doesn't like thinking. You opened it, and it was a full 20,000 yuan. The group's reaction said it all. You stared blankly at the chat history, thinking, does this big boss have a split personality or something? At lunch last time, she could barely be bothered with you. Why was she acting like you two were close today? But after thinking it over, even though crashing her car had been an accident, you really were responsible. As the saying goes, what is meant to be a blessing will not become a curse, and a disaster cannot be avoided. You might as well settle the debt you owed. Besides, this 20,000 yuan welcome transfer was not something you could accept. Taking someone's money meant owing them a favor. So, after leaving the editor-in-chief's office, You sent President Bai a friend request through the group chat. You planned to clear things up with her. That evening, at an upscale residential complex, Woking hurriedly shoved open his car door and got out. This was Ningbing's own home. Whenever she was in a bad mood, she would pack up and hide away in this little place. What a nerve. My daughter wants to meet you. And you're acting all high and mighty? You don't know a good thing when you see one. He had been worried his daughter was deeply upset, but when she came here to hide this time, she had already explained the reason to him. In short, she had a friend she had known for a very long time, but he did not want to meet her. Woking carefully pushed open the door and cautiously peered inside. Thankfully, his daughter had not locked herself in her bedroom. Ningbing was curled up on the couch, staring blankly at her phone. Woking's heart ached for her, having a general grasp of what had happened. He felt that what you said made sense. There was nothing wrong with keeping the internet separate from real life. He even thought his daughter's online friend was quite level-headed. But when it came to his own daughter, to hell with reason. Ningbing, don't be sad. I'll have someone trace his internet address right away and drag him here for you. Let's see if he still says he'll never meet you. How dare he say something that breaks my daughter's heart? Hearing that, Ningbing quickly lifted her head, then gently shook it, yet her lips curved up slightly, revealing a sweet smile. The screen on her phone showed the friend request you had sent her, the familiar profile picture, the familiar account, her familiar friend. Ningbing kept separate work and personal accounts, so naturally, you had no idea that Ningbing was your adorably clueless online friend. You were rather puzzled that adding the big boss had gone so smoothly. Without a moment's hesitation, you returned the 20,000 yuan she had just transferred. Well, President Bai, I cannot accept money I have not earned. I am returning this to you. Also, President Bai, I accidentally hit your car last time. I am truly sorry. That is not a problem. Well, I just do not know how much the repairs will cost, but I should compensate you for them. Ningbing lay back on the couch and quietly asked through her phone. It has not been repaired. Then, does that mean I do not have to pay? You froze. Why did her way of thinking feel so strangely familiar? Do you mean I should go with you to get it repaired? And then, based on the repair cost, we will settle the total compensation. Ningbing abruptly sat up. Go together. Her big eyes sparkled. The two of us? Yes, that is what I mean. Okay. Then tell me when you are free. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Good grief. She could have just said she was free every day. Then Saturday it is. I have work on weekdays. Would that work for you? Sure. This young President Bai was surprisingly easygoing. She did not seem cold or aloof at all. Ningbing counted on her fingers. Only 3 more days. After thinking for a moment, she suddenly went over to her father. She eagerly gestured with her little hands. I want an electric scooter. Woking was taken aback, but he still had someone arrange it. Once the little scooter was delivered home, Ningbing huffed and puffed as she pushed it into the garage, aiming it at the car that had already been repaired. Still clueless, Woking followed beside her and watched his daughter hurriedly put on a helmet. She climbed onto the scooter and was about to crash into the car. Woking was nearly scared to death on the spot. He rushed forward and grabbed his daughter's hand. Good heavens, what are you doing? With a serious look, Ningbing gestured with her fingers. We agreed to get the car repaired on Saturday. I have to damage it first. Woking froze, then felt both exasperated and amused. But you cannot ride an electric scooter into a car yourself. Old Bai looked at the freshly repaired front end. Well, that repair was for nothing. Dad will handle the car. You do not worry about it. Early the next morning, Woking was unusually happy. He was brimming with the Bai family's joy at seeing his daughter come of age. He had worried himself sick for years. Just seeing his daughter greet someone had made him desperately promote the man. He only hoped the man would have more chances to spend time with Ningbing. One could imagine how difficult old Bai's life had been these past years. It had been nothing but bitter tears. Most importantly, when his daughter opened those pure, adorable big eyes and blinked at him, his old father's heart melted instantly. His poor daughter. He could only swallow his heartache in silence. But now, things had taken an incredible turn. It turned out his daughter stayed home every day. For more than just gaming, she had actually had an online romantic partner all along. Wait, you say they are not dating? Who am I? Woking, the owner of Blue Star's largest messaging app. I have seen it all. Is it so wrong for me to play matchmaker? Ancestors above, I, by Guoking, will not fail this mission. Let the Bai family continue to flourish. Bai Guoking placed all kinds of dishes onto his daughter's plate. Then he cheerfully asked the maid beside him, Mrs. Lunch, is it ready? The maid nodded, then hurried off, bringing out two lunch boxes. One was Ningbing's, and the other was, naturally, President Bai's. Bai Guoking set down his chopsticks and wiped his mouth, looking at the two lunch boxes placed before him. He glanced at his daughter, who was still gulping down milk. He turned and beckoned. He told his assistant, put both lunch boxes in Ningbing's car. I have a meeting out of the office at noon, so I will not eat at the office. Yes, Chairman Bai. Bai Ningbing froze. She did not understand why the lunchboxes were being put in her car. She quietly looked at her father. She looked a little adorably dazed. Bai Guoking looked at her, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. Fine. This old father would carry the burden. I know. Our group's employees work very hard. Some do not even have time to eat lunch properly. Anyway, Dad will not be at the office at noon. And what a coincidence. Your online friend works for our company too. The food is already prepared. So, do not let it go to waste. Take it to the office, and have your secretary deliver it to your online friend at noon. Bai Ningbing blinked, then quickly stood up. And one more thing. That young man is quite down to earth, and he is a little sensitive. He has already said real life is real life, and the internet is the internet. Ningbing, do not just blurt out that you are his online friend. Looking at his utterly unsuspecting daughter, old Bai sighed, otherwise, because of the stereotypes you formed of each other online, he may only see you as a friend. Bai Ningbing's eyelashes were long, curved, and fluttering. Her lips curled up slightly. A soft light flowed through her eyes. A flash of confidence shone there. She set down the lunchbox, then held up the little writing board they kept at home. After thinking for a moment, she blinked those big eyes, and turned to another page to add, he already is my friend. He even said, I am his best friend. Fine, just be friends. So I should go down there and let our ancestors beat me up. Is that it? This girl was truly oblivious when it came to romance. After all, she could not speak, and had missed out on so much communication. Just listen to Dad. You cannot go wrong. Early Wednesday morning, you arrived at the office full of energy. With no debt weighing you down, you felt light as a feather. You wore a smile all morning, feeling much more relaxed, while hiding in a restroom stall and slacking off. Your sweetly clueless female online friend sent you a message. What are you doing? Have you eaten lunch? You stared at her message, stunned. It is early morning. Why the hell would I be eating lunch? Then are you working? No, I am slacking off on the clock. Is work exhausting? A little, mostly. It is emotionally exhausting. The gossip is terrifying. It gets passed around everywhere. It is ridiculous. They are saying young President Bai has never dated, because she has been keeping me hidden away as her secret lover. I give up. I would not even dare dream that big. This is seriously eye-opening. Bai Ningbing instinctively wanted to stand up for you. What kind of company is that? They put so much pressure on their employees, and you have to sneak around just to take a break. That is outrageous. But then she reconsidered, and quickly deleted every word from the text box. Bai Ningbing blinked. It is my company. So, as the big boss, Bai Ningbing offered, then slack off a little longer. Get some rest before you get back to work. It is not like the company belongs to my family. You really are not worried I will get fired? All right. I need to get back to work. You should get back to your own business too. Hearing that, Bai Ningbing silently muttered to herself, the company may not belong to you, but it belongs to my family. Do not worry, Fang. No one can fire you. You had just returned to your desk when the phone beside you rang. Fang, come upstairs at noon.